Hello, welcome back to another Lit Reviews with your boy, the Brazinator. Yes, it's me, baby. I am back. I still sound sick. That's the reason why I didn't post anything last week. I was going through a severe sinus infection, and I'm trying to make my way back for you because I'm excited about this next one. For all you school age fans out there, followers, subscribers, however you want to look at yourselves, for all of you, I got the perfect idea to help you take them notes and have a reusable notebook that you could use time and time again for years and years to come. So, without further ado, let's get lit. So this right here, this beautiful thing here, is the Rocket Book. And these are from the makers. I don't know if you guys ever remember the commercials where they had their notebook that you could write on and throw it in a microwave and it erases everything. Well, they kept going with it. This is the Rocket Book Core. I got this for my wife for school. She's in college right now trying to get her nursing degree. And so I'm so very proud of her for that. But as you can see, the Rocket Book, I really like this logo, this design on the front of it. It looks amazing, and we're about to get all the way into it. But first, like I always say, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop a new video, which is every Friday. And let's go along for this journey here. So like I said, the Rocket Book, this one came in black here. The outside feels good. It's a very thin notebook. There's not a lot of pages, but that's because that's the beauty of this is the fact that you don't need a lot of pages because they're reusable. The spine on here, it's not metal, but it's definitely like a hard plastic. It's a nice aesthetic for this right here. As you can see the little rocket down in the corner. But as we open it up, it gives you all these little symbols, which we'll get into in just a moment. But the Rocket Book Core, here are the pages. You see the symbols at the bottom of the pages here. You see a QR code. And it looks like a normal notebook, like a normal small notebook. I will say that the pages, they don't feel like if you get like a notebook and you have the regular paper, it doesn't feel like that. It feels kind of like if you ever open a cookbook and you run through those pages, that's what it kind of feels like. But every page like that, front and back, you don't have a lot. I believe I counted 16 pages total. But the cool thing about it is when you write on it, you can erase it. So let's grab the handy dandy friction pen. Boom, friction pen. These are the only pens that work on here because of how it adheres to the paper. So let me pop this off. And it's harder for me because I'm left-handed. So we'll see, we're gonna say, hi, everyone, how are you? So you see, my handwriting stinks. I don't have very good handwriting, but the cool thing is, being left-handed, there's no ink on my hand. It dries within seconds to the paper. It adheres to the paper. So now I can rub my fingers on it. Nothing. But the way you get it all off, you spray it down with some water. Bow, bow, water. You can already see it start to break it apart from the paper, which is awesome. In your package, you come with a microfiber cloth. And all you do is you take the cloth. I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. And you wipe it away. I gotta do a better job of wiping because I'm doing it one-handed. But essentially, all you're gonna do is you're gonna spray it down with water. You're gonna wipe it away with your microfiber cloth, and voila, you can use it over and over again. Also, I'm gonna go to another page so I let that one dry. The other cool features is that you can actually scan through the app, which I'll show you in a few minutes. You can scan through the app and actually send it to like your, so at the bottom of the page here, you can see these little symbols down here, which means it leads me to my next point, that you actually can, what makes this thing so smart is you use the app, the Rocketbook app. You can find it on the Play Store or the Apple Store, whichever one, iOS, Android, is compatible with both. But from that app, you can scan what you write and send it to your Google Drive, your Dropbox, your Box, your Slack, your email, your OneNote, your Evernote, your iCloud, your OneDrive, and even iMessage. So you can send those notes that you take in school or at a meeting or wherever you need to use a notebook and you want to write down stuff that you can easily wipe away later and keep using this book for years and years to come. It's not like a smart pen. I guess that would be the closest equivalent to this. But a smart pen, I looked into it, it's like $150 on Amazon. This cost me, I think, $17. So definitely a cheaper alternative. And all you have to do, the extra step is you just got to scan it in, which if you don't know how to scan by now, I don't know what to tell you. It kind of makes it simple. But let's say you write E, if I could write E equals MC square, right? So I write that on there. Down at the bottom in the symbols here, let's say I want this to go to my Google Drive. You set it on the app that a certain symbol gives you that. So then you mark that symbol, boom, boom, just with the little beautiful X there. And then when you scan it in, it'll send it straight to where you want it to go. For me, it's Google Drive. It'll send it straight to my Google Drive, and you can actually label it. So like if you have math notes, science notes, geography notes, you can actually put them in different folders so they're always organized and they can be right in the right place. Through the app, you can actually search keywords. So it goes and finds through all your documents that certain keyword. So you can quickly find your notes. I honestly think this is a game changer. I'm really, really happy. And you know what? I am excited. I'm so happy that I found this. This will definitely go on my wife's backpack so she could take her notes at school and be able to basically put it in her iCloud or put it wherever she needs to put it, and that she can go home and study and look over her notes. She has a Microsoft Surface, so she can bring it on the go with her. But this is for those people that like to note take. You know, you like to take notes. I'm not one of them, so this is not useful for me because I don't really take notes. I guess I'm just a bad student like that. But if you wanted to take notes, you could have this. It actually would be very beneficial at my job, and I probably should. So I may have to buy myself another one just so I can use it at work and be able to play around with it more. But I'm going to show you the app. So here's the application here. You have your history, your destinations. So history is basically history of all the notes you've taken in here. Destination is all the places you can put where you can send your scans to. Your smart list, which you can set up. And let's see here. You even got how-to tutorials on how to erase your core notebook, how to scan beacons, scan your notebook, set up destinations. Let's see, what else do you got here? If you want to explore more stuff and your settings here. So for me, I'm gonna hit, so it's easy. You just grab the camera. Boom, you scan it, you hit the next button here. It's transcribing, it's getting it down. There it is. It tells me it's tagged YouTube. It's got the tag on there. I can see a little preview of it right there. You hit done. It's sitting right where it needs to go, sending complete. And now if I want to go back and look at the history, boom, just like that. just like how I wrote it on the page. And it's already sent to where it needs to go. And if we want to check that out, go to a Google Drive, Rocketbook, and there it is. Boom, like clockwork. It's already done. Now I can check it out later and everything's just gravy. So I hope this explains everything, and off to the rest of this review. So my overall feel on this Rocketbook, in all honesty, there's only a few things that I've noticed, and maybe it's because I'm left-handed, and if I was right-handed, it'd work a little bit better. But when I first started writing notes on here, I was a little intimidated about how fast the ink will dry to the paper. And so I didn't write thoroughly enough. And so the scans didn't come out as well as I felt like they should have. But that might be user error, not Rocketbook's fault. The scanning it's an extra step. So, but if that doesn't bother you, then that's not a big deal. Like, it doesn't bother me. You know, you write all your notes down, and then all you got to do is open up your book when you're done, your Rocketbook app when you're done, scan it, and you're there. It's done. Boom. And it's not a lot. It's very easy to use. I breezed through it in the first like 3 seconds. Plus, they give you like a little tutorial so you know what you're doing, so you have an idea of what you're doing. So it's not very difficult at all. So the app pairs well with the book, with the pen. The only other thing I guess I could say I don't like is that you have to use friction pens. You can't use any other type of pen. I get it. I understand why, because of the paper. I feel like that limits you. And the fact that you can't do like a regular notebook like this. You can only do Rocketbook and that's it. And I feel like that's limiting. But if you went the Smart Pen route, which is way more expensive, they have their own special paper you have to use, and that paper on top of the pen, so you're looking almost like $200 to use a Smart Pen. Versus I spend less than 20 bucks. I get the notebook, I get the pen, it came for free with the microfiber cloth. And the only other thing is, the biggest hindrance for this, and probably the only thing I really see this being a problem for people, is that you need, I wouldn't just say like a liquid, I would say you need water. I've used saliva and tissue paper and it worked. It worked really well actually. So if you're in a pinch and you don't have any water, you can dab it up with your tongue, wipe it down with tissue paper. So it does work. Preferably it's water. It is water resistant. So it's not going to ruin your pages. Like I said, it's built to last for years and years to come. Other than that, like the water source thing is going to be the hardest part. So you have to wait till you get near, let's say a water fountain, or you got a spray bottle, or you have to think of some ingenious way to kind of make sure you put water on there to clean it off with a microfiber cloth. But other than that, I think this is a great step in the right direction from where they came of making a notebook where you can write in it and you throw it in the microwave and it erases it. It was a very cool gimmick when it came out. And I never got that one, and I'm sure it worked well, but I'm glad that they continued with it and started to improve on it, and it definitely shows. So on the litness scale, I give this, we'll give it an 8.2 out of 10. Like I said, that water source thing really kind of gives a hindrance, but for what it does what it's supposed to do. It is smart. It does help, especially with organizing your notes, especially with, with school, with work. You could use it. It's got so many different applications. The fact that you could buy one of these and this lasts you for years and it takes care of everything you need. Granted, it's more expensive than the notebook, but it's definitely cheaper than the Smart Pen. So, and it's not heavy. It's light, it's thin. I mean, it barely even know it's here. So I say 8.2 out of 10. That's what I want to give this. So till next time, stay lit.